and welcome to this today's webinar. Hope you all are doing great and being safe. I'm Kavita Joshi, Assistant Professor from IT Department, Lakshmi Institute of Technology, managed by Shrimati Shantabin Haribhai Gajera Charitable Trust. Would like to welcome you all in today's webinar. So we are back again with one more webinar in our series, but this time it's a little bit different. First of all, I would like to wish all of you a very happy International Literacy Day. Yes, today is a literacy day, and it is observed on September 8th in like every year to raise the awareness and concern for literacy problem that exists within our own local communities as well as globally. And we are fortunate enough that in our country, due to the efforts of everyone, the literacy rate is increasing day by day. So it's good for us, but somewhere in some aspect, I think we are still lacking, right? Literacy of reading and writing, that's good, right? It's good. But what about the body literacy? What about the literacy about menstrual cycle? Do you think our country is that much literate in this aspect? I think no, we are still lacking in that. Today, it's a little effort from our side that we are contributing a little bit in this manner. So yes, we are going to break the taboo. Actually, it's not the taboo, but some people think it like a taboo, right? So today we are going to discuss a topic that people hesitate to talk about. With the Red Revolution team, and I would like to welcome Dr. Amisha Mehta, founder of Project Red Revolution and homeopathy practitioner in Vapi in this session. We welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
And we are also having with us the beautiful ladies from our college. So we are having with us Ms. Suchita Borkar from EC department, Ms. Neepa Modi, Dr. R. Anjana, Ketul ma'am, Ritu Singh ma'am, Dr. Kruti Prajapati. I would like to welcome you, all of you. So today we are going to discuss a very important part of a woman's life, that is menstruation. Menstrual cycle is a very natural phenomenon of women. It's a blessing for women. The first menstrual cycle is considered to be the milestone in women's life. It's a girl's transition into womanhood. But in some parts of India, they consider this blessing as impurity. They consider a woman as impure, and like they behave badly with them, treat them poorly, and that's the situation in some part of India. While in other parts of India, they celebrate, like first menstrual cycle of a girl is marked by a grand celebration. So in this diverse India, we are having this diversity, but still people hesitate to talk about it. Like from the early stage of women's life, the girls are taught to not to discuss this this topics publicly, and due to the lack of knowledge, there are many myths available. Like many myths were developed, and ultimately who have to suffer? That's a woman. Women have to suffer for that, and they can't even like share their problems with each other, right? So we are making the efforts to providing a bridge for you to come together and discuss all your problems. So let's break the taboo, and for guiding us today, we are having with us Dr. Amisha Mehta. She is a practicing homeopath in Vapi since 2003 and a founder of the project Red Revolution in 2017 with the purpose of helping women understand the signs of menstruation. Red Revolution is a revolution of thoughts. She has taken more than 1,000 sessions all over the Gujarat and Maharashtra. Red Revolution sessions have been also conducted in the part of Varanasi and Assam. She has also taken the sessions with men too, because despite the fact that men wish to help the women around them, but nobody educates them correctly on this topic, be it in a school or a home or any place, right? So they also need to be educated on this topic. So now I would like to request Dr. Amisha Mehta to please share her view and educate us on this topic. Please, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much, and very good evening to everybody. And it's really nice that Lakshmi Institute of Technology has taken this step of creating a platform to spread awareness on Literacy Day. Very nice. It's a very nice day to do this. So thank you everybody for creating this platform. And so yes, Red Revolution is a revolution of thoughts. And before we begin the presentation, I would like that everybody see a small little video, and then we will start the presentation. Okay.
चाची, मामी, दादी, नानी सदियों से सुनाते यही कहानी। लड़की हो, कमजोर हो तुम, ना कर पाओगी मनमानी। असमंजस में रहती सदा, क्या लड़की होना है विपदा। असमंजस में रहती सदा, क्या लड़की होना है विपदा। जिस लड़की से बनता संसार, क्यों उस पे इतना अत्याचार। अशुद्ध हो तुम, यहाँ मत बैठो, कुछ दिनों के लिए अपवित्र हो तुम। घर की पूजा या त्योहार, अपनों ने किया ये दुर्व्यवहार। अपनों की इस कैद में बंद, छिड़ गया था मेरे भीतर द्वंद। अपनों की इस कैद में बंद, छिड़ गया था मेरे भीतर द्वंद। विज्ञान ने तब दिया मेरा साथ, एक नई सोच से हुई मुलाकात। विज्ञान ने तब दिया मेरा साथ, एक नई सोच से हुई मुलाकात। अब चाची, मामी, दादी, नानी ना कर पाएंगे मनमानी। अशुद्धता की तोड़ के बेड़ी, लिखूंगी मैं एक नई कहानी। अब लिखूंगी मैं एक नई कहानी।
Okay, so I'm sure all the people who are watching this do relate to this poetry. And this is a reality which most Indian women are facing across the country. Maybe in some houses it's a little less, in some houses it's a little more, but it's still there. And so we begin with the presentation. Red Revolution is a revolution of thoughts. As Kavita had told you all, Red Revolution has been started by me because I encountered a lot of women who were facing a lot of menstrual issues, but unfortunately there was nobody ready to talk to them, and they were always suffering silently. And so I thought that this science and this knowledge needs to be shared in a more open-minded way with everybody. And so we began with this process of taking sessions of Red Revolution. And these are the common myths that are there, especially in our Indian society, that menstruation is a sign of impurity. Now, many places where I have gone, they have said ki by the menstrual blood is impure, and માસિકમાં આવતી છોકરી એ impure હોય છે, ને એને અહીંયા ના જવાય, ને ત્યાં ના જવાય, ને આ વસ્તુને હાથ ના લગાવાય, ને ઓલી વસ્તુને હાથ ના લગાવાય, પૂજામાં ના જવાય, પૂજા અપવિત્ર થઈ જાય. આવી બધી ઘણી બધી ધારણાઓ છે જે આપણને કહેવામાં આવે છે. And whenever you ask your mother, who is probably the closest confidant to the girl when she is 14 or 15, when her period starts, then the mother will say ki આ આવી પ્રથા છે ને આ તારે કરવાનું છે, તને કીધું ને એટલે તારે વાત માનવાની છે. So this is how, I mean, honestly, most women don't even know why they are doing half the things that they're doing. And so I thought that we need to make women understand the science behind menstruation. And as very rightly said by Kavita in the introduction also, that menstruation is the beginning of a fertile phase in the life of a woman. Without menstruation, a girl is not going to be able to give birth to a child. A woman is not going to be able to give birth to a child. So probably menstruation is a blessing, without which generation next is impossible. So now if this is the reality and this is the science, then we need to understand that how and why did menstruation start being considered as impure. Let me tell you that the menstrual blood is the same. Our body has one circulatory system in which the blood flows into the entire body. So if you have an injury in the head, there will be blood coming out. If you have an injury in the leg, the blood will come out. Similarly, when you are menstruating, the blood will come out, and it's going to be the same blood. There is no separate blood for the uterus where there is a separate blood coming out during menstruation. So menstrual blood is impure is a myth, and we need to understand this in a more scientific way. And so menstruation is not a sign of impurity. Okay. The other myth that we see here is women are not allowed to go to the temple, women are not allowed to go to the kitchen. Now, ये हमारी बहुत ही पुरानी प्रथा है. And let me tell you that India is a very, very culturally rich country full of wise people. Our ancestors were very wise. They understood the science and made some arrangement for a woman. Now, the science needs to be understood. What is the science? See, when a woman is menstruating, there is blood coming out from her body. And when blood is coming out from the body, she is liable to infection. And when all the things that come in the kitchen, like for example, the vegetables, the fruits, all the things that come in the kitchen come from the market. That is from the atmosphere, which is full of organisms. We even wash our vegetables and fruits before eating them. So they are full of microorganisms and bacteria which need to be taken care of. Similarly, when you go to the temple, all the flowers and all the agarbatti and all the other things, the nariyal and all those things which come into the temple come from the market, come from the atmosphere, environment, which is full of microorganisms and germs. And in olden days, women didn't have so many protective measures that they have today. And so in those days, she was more liable to infection, because of which the ancestors told the girl that you stay away from places which contain microorganisms and bacteria, because of which you might get infected. And that is why there was an arrangement created that a woman should stay away from all these places, not because she is impure, but because if she goes into these places, she might fall sick. This arrangement was made to take care of the woman and not to consider her as impure and tell that if she goes in these places, it's going to become dirty. It's not that way. We need to understand this science. Unfortunately, what happened is, because menstruation was never talked about, the customs continued, but the science never continued. Nobody ever spoke to the generation next कि बाबा किचन में क्यों नहीं जाना है, टेम्पल में क्यों नहीं जाना है, उसके पीछे का विज्ञान क्या है. Nobody ever knew the science, and they said तने कीधु ने नथी जवानु मतलब नथी जवानु, which is not right. It's a logical thinking girl, and you ought to give her logical answers. You just cannot tell her નથી જવાનું એટલે નથી જવાનું કારણ કે તું અશુદ્ધ છે, તું impure છે. That is not right. That is not the way you bring up a child. It's a 14-year-old girl who doesn't understand anything, and already you are telling her you are dirty, you are impure, and because of you my puja will get spoiled. That is completely harming her confidence, her self-esteem, her individuality, and this is wrong to do. Even if you are doing it as a mother, please change it, because this is not true. You need to understand the science and bring up your child in a very, very healthy atmosphere and tell her that Baba, now you are very precious. You are now capable, you have been blessed by God, and you are capable of producing a child. And this is a blessing. You need to be proud of it. You don't need to make her feel ashamed that she is having her periods and she cannot go anywhere. That is completely wrong upbringing that needs to change in our country. And this is only because of the poor understanding of the mothers, lack of confidence in their knowledge, and the inability to talk to their children. In schools, in class 8, 9, 10, I'm sure, I know that in science you have the topic of menstruation, reproduction. Reproductive system is there in science in 10th standard. But nobody talks about menstruation. Why are boys not taught about menstruation? Why aren't they spoken to about menstruation? Because they need to know that their sister, their mother, their to-be wife or their daughter is also going to have menstruation. So if she is not if he is not educated and if he is not aware of the trouble that a girl faces, then how is he going to take care of her? So this is the time that we need to understand that science is not gender biased, and we need to make it available to both the genders, irrespective of what. So that is why I feel that even fathers need to get involved in this subject, and they need to have an open atmosphere in the house where the girl can talk very easily and comfortably to the mother and to the father. So these are the myths about the Indian society. Now let's go further. After a person comes into menstruation, once the girl comes into menstruation, what does she do? She uses sanitary napkins. Now let me tell you, sanitary napkins have come into the market only 40 years ago. Before that, women were using cloth. My mother, my grandmother were using cloth. Now, why did they shift to sanitary napkins? Why did sanitary napkins have to come in the market in the first place? Now, let me tell you, back to history, back to my grandmother days, when they had periods, they would use the cloth, they would wash the cloth, and they would dry it in some hidden place. Maybe darwaja ni pachad, bathroom ma, kabat ni pachad, so it's a hiding, it's a secret. You are not supposed to even dry that cloth in open sunlight. And science says that sunlight contains UV rays, and it is probably the most sterile, because we even dry our clothes in sunlight, right? So we need to understand that sunlight is a natural scientific method of sterilizing the cloth. And when a cloth which is soiled with blood and it is washed, and if it is not dried in sunlight, it is full of moisture, and moisture breeds bacteria, and bacteria causes infection. So most of our mothers and grandmothers used to have a lot of vaginal infections and a lot of trouble, because of which came the sanitary napkins. The boom of sanitary napkins came into the market because sanitary napkins, you use it, you throw it. So there is no question of drying, there's no question of washing. So women were very happy that now we don't have to wash anything, we don't have to dry anything, and life becomes so much more easy. But when sanitary napkins came into the market, along with the sanitary napkins came the chemicals present in the sanitary napkins. And let me tell you that no sanitary napkin packet ever writes the ingredients or the components that are present in the sanitary napkin. If you will search a little bit on the internet, you will find out that there are a lot of chemicals in the sanitary napkin, out of which two most important are dioxin and furan, which are carcinogenic agents. Now, dioxin and furan, they cause dryness. Dioxin is a drying agent. It will not only absorb the blood that is coming out, but it will also absorb the moisture that is present in your vagina, because of which women will face dryness. And furan is an allergen, because of which a lot of women face problems like itching, rashes, redness, burning, dryness, infertility, etc. Okay, so we need to understand that these sanitary napkins are harmful to the girl's body. Yes, they make work easy for her. She doesn't have to dry it and wash it. But on the other side, it gives her a lot of other problems which are related to the side effects of these chemicals. The other thing that is present in these sanitary napkins is the plastic. And plastic is an environmental pollutant. Now, what will you do after you use your sanitary napkin? You are going to throw it away. What will happen to the sanitary napkins once it is thrown? It will either go to the landfill, or it is going to get burnt. And when it goes into the landfill, the plastic that goes into the landfill is going to take 800 years to decompose. All right. And when it gets burnt, then the chemicals that are present in the sanitary napkin, the dioxin and the furan, they get released into the atmosphere and they pollute the atmosphere, because of which we will get respiratory tract infections. And all this because we are not even aware that our sanitary napkins contain all these things. We just feel, wow, life is so good, use and throw. But you do not know that your throw is going to create not only trouble to you, but even to your people around you, your brother, father, mother, sister, everybody, and all the other men around you who are also living with you are also going to breathe that same polluted air. Now, I'm not saying that sanitary napkin is the only environmental pollutant. There are many others, but sanitary napkin is also a contributing factor to environmental pollution, and most women do not know this. And that is why it is very, very important that we understand the components of a sanitary napkin. These are the environmental damages that are happening today. And in India today, only 12% of the women, that means only the urban class, is using sanitary napkins. And already you can see over here the amount of pollution that is being created. Imagine if all the women will start using sanitary napkins, where is this world going to go? We need to get up. We need to wake up. We need to understand that it is high time that if we want some things to change, we have to make these changes. So now what are the solutions to this? There are eco-friendly solutions. If you go on internet again, you will see that there are a lot of cloth pads being made by say a lot of companies. If you go there are a few that I can name, like Ecofem or She, or there are many companies like that who make these cloth pads. We can even make them on your own. Like for example, if you see on the screen this red colored handmade cloth pad which you see over here, it has been made by me. I made it by myself from the cloth that was available in my house, and I used it, and let me tell you, there is no problem. And the best part about this cloth is that it has the wings on the side, if you can see, which is similar to the sanitary napkin, the disposable sanitary napkin which is available in the market, which has wings, and there are press buttons over here which help the cloth to remain in one particular place. Now this was not there with our grandmothers and mothers. So this is the modified version of the cloth pad that my grandmother was using. So this is how we can shift. The other thing is the R3 pads, which are there over here. These are available they are made by companies in the market, and they are made out of cloth. They do not contain any plastic. They do not contain any chemicals, and you can wash them and dry them in sunlight, and you can reuse them. Now let me tell you, these cloth pads can be easily used for 3 years without buying another packet. And one packet contains approximately 5 to 6 pads, and it will easily last to you for one cycle. You use it, you wash it, you reuse it. That's how you're going to use these cloth pads. And the third option over here, which you can see, is the menstrual cup. Now let me tell you, the menstrual cup was invented in 1937 by a Hollywood actress. Okay, and this is 2020, and still in India, most people are scared of using the menstrual cup. Now, let me tell you, one menstrual cup will last for 10 years. 10 years is a huge amount of time. And imagine the amount of money that you are saving. The other part about the menstrual cup is that the blood gets accumulated in this cup. You remove the cup, you empty it, you rinse it with water, and you reinsert the cup inside. And there is no rocket science. You just need to know how to insert the menstrual cup. And let me tell you, this menstrual cup is made out of medicated silicone. Okay, all the other tubes that go into our body, like the catheter, the IV tube, all those tubes, it is the same material that is used in making the menstrual cup. So it is completely body friendly. There are no side effects, there are no chemicals, and there is no trash. You don't have to throw anything. And in the menstrual cup, you don't even have to wash and dry anything. It just needs to be rinsed with water and reinserted. So probably it is the most convenient, and it is a blessing to womankind. But we are all very scared about using the menstrual cup. Now let me just give you a brief about how the menstrual cup is inserted. You can see a lot of YouTube videos. This is a very diagrammatic representation of how the menstrual cup is inserted. If you have questions on this, we can answer it later on also. But it is very simple. There are plenty of videos on YouTube which will show you how a menstrual cup is inserted, how you wash the menstrual cup, and how you can reuse it. Okay, so basically, coming back to the benefits of Red Revolution, it is cash free, rash free, and trash free. Now, what do I mean by this? Because we are using reusable options, we are saving on a lot of money. Rash free means there are no chemicals present in this, so there is no itching, rashes, dryness. All those complaints are taken care of. And trash free, because you are not throwing anything. The disposable sanitary napkin you have to throw, but here you are reusing the cloth pad, you are reusing the menstrual cup, so you are not creating trash in the first place. So environment is at least not getting polluted because of women's menstrual waste. So that is why there is a huge benefit in going to this eco-friendly, healthy and hygienic option that is available. And I believe that we all need to understand this and embrace this with a very, very open mind. So coming to the fag end of my presentation, I just need to tell you that we don't need to get brainwashed by the advertisements that are coming, and need to understand that the disposable sanitary napkins are doing more harm than good. And the harm is not only to the girl, but also to the atmosphere. So you need to understand, open your minds and spread this word that we need to make a shift. You just need to take one step. And once you begin, I'm sure the road will open by itself on your own. So we have to use these, we should understand the importance of using these eco-friendly options, and not only save money, but we also save our health and the health of their environment. And finally, the last message, that the most important message is talk about menstruation, remove your awkwardness, and embrace it in a more healthier manner. Thank you very much. And now if you have any other questions, I'm okay to answer them.
Thank you very much, ma'am. It was very informative. And yes, we are going to break this hesitation and awkwardness. So we are having very beautiful ladies over here, so they can ask question to you, and we can have the discussion for that. So ma'am, Anjana ma'am, can you ask your question?
Yes. Good afternoon, ma'am. My question is, how can we avoid a premenstrual syndrome? How can we avoid a premenstrual syndrome?
Okay. So premenstrual syndrome. So now what are the complaints over there? If you know the complaints of the premenstrual syndrome, do you know?
Pardon? Early stages of getting into the menstrual cycle.
Early stages of getting into the menstrual cycle.
Yeah, because it's a syndrome where the kids get early periods.
Oh, before age, nowadays children are having it a little early.
Yeah.
That is a process of evolution, because we are initially, I remember I got my periods at the age of, when I was post 15 years, and my mother was very tense ke, hey Bhagwan, isko kab aayega, it was something like that. And nowadays I know of girls who are even at the age of 10 are getting their periods. Now this is an evolution thing, so you can't do, and this is a hormonal thing, you can't do anything about it. What you can really do is prepare your girl that this is a natural phenomenon, don't get scared about it. I mean, it's jaldi aa jayega, that you cannot stop. It's a natural thing. You just cannot stop it. You have to only mentally prepare the girl, and you have to make her aware of the things that she needs to take care for her hygiene. And that's how you're going to do it. Abhi aa gaya hai to kya karoge? Abhi earthquake aa jayega to kya karoge tum? You can't stop an earthquake, can you? So it's similar to that. It's natural. You cannot stop natural things. It's a very natural thing. Yeah, if you want, if you want to ask me how do you prepare a girl mentally for this, then maybe you can say that you can show her some exercises. You should give her good food, good nutrition, like maybe nuts and almonds and all. Banana is very good, but that's not going to stop menstruation. That will only help her in taking care of herself during menstruation. You cannot stop early menstruation. That's impossible. How are you going to do that? So Am I answering your question, or is there something else you want to ask?
Yeah, perfectly okay.
Okay.
So, ma'am, my question is related to that only. That what do you suggest to parent? Like, because the child is yet not ready, because at the age of 9 or 10, so the child is not
perfect.
ready,
So
girl
the
is
thing
yet not
is, we
ready.
have
And the parent.
fantastic. This is a good question. You have to educate the parent. It's not the child, because child ko to aa gaya, ab aap kya karoge? So the parent needs to understand that he needs to be calm. He or she needs to be very very composed, and you know the child is watching you, because usko to pata hi nahi hai ki life mein chal kya raha hai, achanak se ye kahan se hone laga uske sath. So it is the duty of the mother and the father to make an environmental in the house which is conversation friendly. You need to talk to her and tell her that, you know, now you are entering into a new phase of your life which is going to be there with you for the next 40 years, and you don't need to be worried about it. This is absolutely normal, and you are absolutely fine. And because of this, tomorrow when you get married, you will be able to give birth to a child. This is the knowledge that has to be given, because probably at the age of 10, I don't think there is any syllabus in the school also which talks about reproductive system. So here it is very very important that the parent talks to the child in a very very open minded manner, instead of telling her, hey bhagwan, aa tari sathe su thai gyu, aa tane kem thai gyu, and I will take you to the doctor. You know, you don't have to put this panic into the child. So for that, the parent has to first become calm. So here I believe premenstrual syndrome not to the girl but to the parent. That's what I think. So am I answering your question, Kavita?
Yes, ma'am, absolutely correct. Because parent need to be like, sometimes it happens that the parent, like mother, is also worried about why she is getting too early and all that. So first of all, like we need to suggest that parent that to be calm and compose, and if you are ready, then you will be able to ready your child.
Yes. Now let me give you a very good example over here. I had a patient who had two daughters. One got her period at the age of 14, and the other was 15 and she didn't get her period. And this mother is like all helter skelter, and ओए तेरे को क्या हो गया, उसका तो USG कराओ, इसको नॉर्मल नहीं आ रहा है. मतलब एक पीरियड आया उसका एट द एज ऑफ 14, उसके बाद 1 साल तक उसको पीरियड ही नहीं आया. तो द मदर इज वंडरिंग, हे भगवान मेरी बेटी को क्या हो गया, पीरियड नहीं आ रहा है. उसका अल्ट्रासाउंड कर लिया, उसका पता नहीं कौन सा टेस्ट कर लिया, and then she comes to me and she's telling me that now this girl is having such a lot of weakness and she is not able to eat. I said, इतना सारा रेडिएशन उसके बॉडी में डालोगे तो बच्चा जिएगा कैसे? What are you doing with your child? You don't need to behave so panicky. And let me tell you that for 2 years, if your period is erratic, it is absolutely okay. पहला पीरियड 1 महीने में आता है, दूसरा 4 महीने बाद आता है, फिर 1 महीने में आता है, फिर 3 महीने बाद आता है. ये इरेटिक बिहेवियर रहेगा फॉर एटलीस्ट 2-3 years in the initial phase, and this is very normal. So we as parents need to understand कि हमारे बच्चे में कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, she is fine, and please give her time to grow. It's like, you know, a small little bud is blossoming. You cannot say अरे आज कल ही था, कल फूल बन जाएगा. ऐसे नहीं बनता है फूल. उसको टाइम देना पड़ता है, उसको वक्त देना पड़ता है, तब जाके वो बढ़ेगा. एंड अगर हम जबरदस्ती उसको नहीं तू बड़ा हो तो बेचारा टूट जाएगा. द फ्लावर विल डाई. So we need to understand that we are handling delicate human beings who are in their blossoming phase, and we have to give them time to grow, and we need to be more calm and composed. Only then our children will be calm and composed.
Okay? Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, my question is, how much blood does a woman lose during every menstrual cycle?
Wow. What do you think?
So it is just, I just have a thought, like every month we are losing some blood during menstrual cycle. So how much actually we reduce? Because I find it personally like I become pale during that time period of time during my menstruation. So I wonder why, how much amount of blood actually we lose.
Okay, so now, see, I have jokes for all this because I have patience for all this and I have had so many sessions. So actually, I can write a book on all this. So let me tell you, when I go for my sessions, I tell them, I ask this question to everybody कि कितना खून जाता होगा. एक बारी मैंने मेरे पेशेंट को भी पूछा, अरे मैडम बहुत खून जाता है. I was like, बहुत खून मतलब कितना खून? Do you have any idea कितना खून जाता? अरे मैडम 3-4 लीटर तो जाता ही होगा. I was like, मैंने बोला तुमको मालूम है तुम्हारे बॉडी में कितना ब्लड है? Our body has only 5 liters of blood. Okay? तो अगर 3-4 लीटर चला जाता है तो फिर ये लड़की पक्का बेहोश हो जाएगी और हॉस्पिटल में जाएगी क्योंकि वो तो जिंदा ही नहीं रहेगी. सो वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड कि हमारे बॉडी में ही जब 5 लीटर खून है तो हमारा कितना खून जाता होगा. ओके, सो लेट मी टेल यू हियर we lose only approximately 50 to 80 ml of blood in a cumulative of 5 days. In a cumulative of 5 days, we lose only 50 to 80 ml blood. And now coming to your question, if you are becoming pale, that means already your hemoglobin is low, because of which you are becoming pale. So here the corrective measure is that you have to start eating things which are rich in iron, like maybe khajur hai, badam hai, banana hai, palak hai, apple hai, pomegranate hai. All these things are going to help you increase your blood, and you have to keep yourself hydrated, most important, because when you lose blood you are also losing water, and human body is composed of 70% of water. So when you are in your periods, you should have 1 liter more water than what you regularly have. And during your periods, you should be having a banana every day. 1 banana every day will not only help you in your backache, it will also help you in your cramps, in the leg cramps that most girls face, kamar dukhe che, pag dukhe che. There are many complaints like this. And banana is saste mein mast fruit. वो 12 months मिलता है, सब बाजू मिलता है, और बहुत ही क्या बोलते हैं, वेरी ताकत, उसमें बहुत ताकत होती है. इनफैक्ट जब न्यूबॉर्न बच्चा, जब भी मदर का मदर्स फीडिंग, व्हेन we are stopping, when we are weaning off the child, the first fruit that we introduce is the banana, because the banana is the strongest and it is very easily digestible. So if you are having pain, if you feel that you are feeling weak, then you need to focus on your diet and take care of these little things, and I'm sure you will bounce back. I'm sure you will bounce back.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, now my question is, ma'am, is there any side effects for the birth control pills we often take, or maybe the other pills like to control the menstrual cycle? And I also wanted to know how these pills work actually.
See, these pills contain hormones. Okay. So जब ये आप pills लेते हैं ना, तो उसका पैकेट में पीछे आपने देखने का कि what are the contents of this. There are hormones in this. Now already your menstruation is because of hormones, the progesterone and the estrogen hormones, because of which the menstruation begins also in the body. So now when you are taking extra hormones, matlab already my bucket is full, ऊपर से I am putting more, where will all that go? It will all spill. And where will it spill? Into my body. And where will it go? It will create side effects in my body. So we need to understand that these hormonal pills are very, very dangerous for us. And एक वो है कि in most of the orthodox households, in some of our in many places in our country, where they say कि भाई period पूजा छे, फलाणु छे, तू दवा लई ले, period કરી દે અને તને બધું ઠીક, પછી તારું આ પૂજા થઈ જાય, પછી you get back your periods. Now let me tell you,
actually I have done
I'm
have
coming
taken
to that.
the pills, that is why.
So I'm telling you, see, when you take these pills, what happens is કે તમારા શરીરમાં જરૂર કરતા વધારે hormones જાય છે, બરાબર? હવે when you taking these pills, એ pills નો impact તમારા સેકન્ડ પીરિયડ પર આવશે. જે ફર્સ્ટ પીરિયડ તો ચલો સ્ટોપ થઈ ગયો, પણ જે બીજું પીરિયડ આવશે એ શાયદ એવી હશે કે એ તમને વધારે વીક કરી દેશે. ઇનફેક્ટ I know of one of my cousins who had these periods in one of the religious festivals, and she postponed her periods, and then after the festival was over, this girl had to be admitted in the ICU અને એને બાટલા ચરાવવા પડ્યા હતા because she was so weak. Because એટલું બધું એને blood loss, એટલું બધું blood loss થઈ ગયું કે she was not able to, her body was not able to handle it. So we need to understand that these hormones are not majak. You can't take them like Variadi and Shing Mamra. It has to be taken in a very scientific way and only when prescribed by a doctor. And even after that, you need to understand, are you sensitive enough or are you strong enough to handle it? If you are a very thin, weak person who is going to take these pills, and then after that, if you will have to go to the hospital, it's better that you tell Bhagwan, mane maaf kari de, હું પૂજામાં નહીં બેસીશ પણ હું દવા નહીં લઈશ. You need to understand this. See, I am not telling you that you don't have to fight with your family and your religious customs or whatever. ठीक है, जिसकी जो मान्यता है वो करे, लेकिन बॉडी तो अपना है ना. तो अपनी बॉडी की समझ को देख के हमको उस हिसाब से हमको करना पड़ेगा कि भाई मैं सहन नहीं कर पाती हूँ ये चीजें, तो मैं नहीं करूंगी. अगर कविता सहन कर पाती है तो ले ले भाई दवाई, मैं नहीं लूंगी. मैं क्यों लूं? Just because Kavita is strong doesn't mean I am strong. So this is individual based and we need to understand this કે ભાઈ ફલાણી છોકરીએ તો લઈ લીધું, તે કેમ નહીં લીધું? અરે ભાઈ લે, એને લેવું તું લીધું, મારે નથી લેવું. It's a choice. So we need to know. Yeah.
Yes. Everyone has a different body type, we can say.
Perfect. Yeah, everybody is different. You can't say that two girls, even two sisters are not the same. Forget two other friends.
Yes. Right. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Anything?
Okay. Ma'am, my question is how to deal with PCOD?
How to deal with PCOD? Okay. What is the full form of PCOD, you know?
Actually, I don't know, but somebody told me that you must be having PCOD problem.
क्यों, आपको क्या होता है?
Actually, I was fasting for so many days because for some reason. Okay, so so doctor told me that maybe it may be a PCOD problem.
No. So you are fasting?
Yes, I was fasting for nearly 25 days. I kept the fast alternate days.
Okay, and then what happened?
Pimples start coming on my face, and even my menstrual cycle was disturbed.
See, PCOD, let me tell you, is polycystic ovarian disease, okay? And this, इसमें क्या होता है कि there are irregular periods. Maybe a girl is not getting periods for 1 month, 6 months, 3 months, and जब तक वो दवाई नहीं लेगी तब तक उसको पीरियड नहीं आएगा, and उसकी वजह से there will be a lot of body फूल जाएगा, there will be a lot of pimples on the face, there will be a lot of a lot of other complaints. उसके mood swings हो जाएंगे, she is not able to be in a happy mood, or she is irritable on small things. See, this is all the effect of the hormones which is not able to excrete the menstrual blood. कि पीरियड नहीं आता है तो ये हार्मोन कहाँ जाएगा? वो दूसरी जगह पे जाता है, और इस तरह से वो काम करता है. So that is why we need to understand कि for PCOD also, again, let me be very explanative that we need to have point number 1, the girl needs to have a good atmosphere in the house, conversation friendly atmosphere. Point number 2, her food, her diet, her sleep has to be good. Point number 3, she should be able to express all her, why mood swings are there. Something has disturbed her because of which there are mood swings. So this is an absolutely different way of tackling PCOD. It's not कि आप hormones दे दो और उसका period normal कर दो and वापस उसका period आएगा. So then she becomes hormone dependent. You get it? कि जब तक वो दवाई नहीं लेगी तब तक वो ठीक नहीं होगी, and every month उसको दवाई लेना ही पड़ेगा. This is not the way. And अभी तो वो बहुत छोटी है, अगर अभी से वो दवाई लेगी तो बच्चे पैदा कैसे करेगी वो, and बाद में भी वो क्या करेगी? So we need to understand that by just taking hormones, it is not going to solve the problem. Yes, it will only push and temporarily take care of your problems. The minute you leave the hormones, again you will be back to where you are. So you need to understand that the problem is not जस्ट दैट कि मैं दवाई ले लूंगी तो ठीक हो जाऊंगी, नहीं, ये शुरू ही क्यों हुआ इन द फर्स्ट प्लेस? दैट अगेन गोज बैक टू her own individual personality, why she is thinking like this, what is wrong, what is disturbing her. We need to counsel her in a very, very nice manner, and we need to address this in a very different way. Just by giving hormonal pills, it's not a solution. So you need to go to a doctor, you need to take counseling, you need to sit with the child, you need to give her moral support that no, there is nothing wrong with you, and even if there is something wrong with you, we will handle it, you don't worry, you are going to be fine very soon. That kind of confidence, positive talking, all these things, it's a completely different way of treating PCOD. सिर्फ दवाई लेने से कुछ होने वाला नहीं है. Okay,
so do we have to follow some diet or proper diet thing?
Of course, first of all, तो इतने, I mean, तुमने किया होगा for some religious reason, I'm not saying no, but the body, you cannot treat the body like this. The body has it's like गाड़ी चलाना है मुझे, लेकिन पेट्रोल के बिना चलाना है. कैसे चलाऊंगी मैं बाबा पेट्रोल के बिना? सोचो, मैं नहीं चला पाऊंगी. फिर बॉडी क्या है, वो गाड़ी खड़ करके स्टॉप हो जाएगी. सिमिलरली बॉडी का भी वही हाल होगा. And let me tell you, my body or your body or everybody's body is the only temple that we reside in. हमको हमारे इस मंदिर की पूजा करनी है, ना कि और किसी और चीज की. We need to understand कि हमारे सबके पास सिर्फ एक बॉडी है, हमारे पास कोई स्टेपनी नहीं है. एंड हम इस तरह से हमारे बॉडी के साथ खेलेंगे तो बॉडी बेचारा कहाँ जाएगा? We need to understand this. This is a very serious thing. We need to understand that we cannot do this with our, it's a crime to your body. In a day, if you are not even eating once, let me tell you, you are punishing your body. It's like you're telling गाड़ी ना हूँ, पेट्रोल નથી નાખવાની, જા ચાલ. કેવી રીતે ચાલશે? નહીં ચાલશે, તૂટી જશે. અને અત્યારે તો we are strong, we can handle it. Later on, when we will grow older, the body will say, तूने अभी मुझे त्रास दिया था, अब मैं तुझे त्रास दूंगा. This is what happens. This is a reality. We need to understand this. It's true. And we need to open our minds and think कि जो मैं कर रही हूँ उससे मेरे शरीर पे क्या होगा. है ना, मम्मी ने बोल दिया, सासू माँ ने बोल दिया, इसलिए मुझे झक मार के करना पड़ेगा. नहीं, आपके बॉडी के लिए आपको आवाज उठानी पड़ेगी कि मेरा शरीर ये सहन नहीं कर सकता है. मम्मी जी प्लीज मुझे माफ करिए, मैं भगवान के सामने भी माफी मांग लूंगी, लेकिन मैं ये चीज नहीं करूंगी. इतनी तो हम में हिम्मत होनी ही चाहिए, क्योंकि फाइनली हमारी रक्षा तो हम ही करेंगे ना, बाजू वाला थोड़ी आके करेगा. So this is it.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you for answering.
Most welcome.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes, good evening.
Ma'am, does weight loss have any positive or negative effect on human cycle? Hormone cycle?
Depends on weight loss कैसे हुआ है. अगर कोई बीमारी की वजह से हुआ,
just I want to reduce my weight.
हाँ.
And
एक्सरसाइज अगर आप करेंगे एंड फिर भी अगर आप ढंग से जैसे मैंने बोला कि नट्स है, फ्रूट्स है, पानी है, ये सारी चीजें आप बराबर से लेंगे तो आप वेट लॉस कर सकते हैं. कुछ नहीं होगा आपके मेंस्ट्रुअल साइकिल को, विल बी फाइन, कुछ नहीं होगा आपको.
थैंक यू मैम.
पानी पीना, बनाना खाना, नट्स खाना, ऑल दिस इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. Yeah.
Yes, Ritu ma'am, you can ask your question.
Ma'am, generally I see surrounding my friends and relatives कि उनको बहुत extreme pain होता है when they come to the period. So what's the reason behind it, and can we eliminate that pain?
Yes. See, now let me tell you कि हमारे बॉडी में से ब्लड लॉस हो रहा है. ओके, एंड ये ब्लड लॉस इसीलिए हो रहा है क्योंकि आवर यूट्रस इज कॉन्ट्रैक्टिंग. ओके, एंड द यूट्रस इज कॉन्ट्रैक्टिंग बिकॉज द मसल्स आर पुशिंग द यूट्रस and contracting the uterus, so all the nerve supply around that area is also getting compressed, because of which you are having pain. ओके सना, दिस इज द साइंस, ये है, इसकी वजह से ही अभी बच्चा लाइक हाउ डू वी डू डिलीवरी कि लेबर में यूट्रस कॉन्ट्रैक्ट होता है, लेडी पुश करती है, तब जाके बेबी बाहर निकलता है, राइट? तो सिमिलरली पीरियड में भी जो अनयूटिलाइज्ड एग है उसको निकलने के लिए यूट्रस को कॉन्ट्रैक्ट होना पड़ता है, एंड जब वो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट होगा तभी ही वो एग वहां से बाहर निकलेगा, उसके बिना तो एग बाहर निकल ही नहीं सकता है, राइट? सो उसकी वजह से थोड़ा बहुत पेन होना तो नेचुरल है, क्योंकि उसके बिना तो यूट्रस कॉन्ट्रैक्ट ही नहीं होगा, ओके? सो अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ पेन इज फाइन, बट इफ इट इज बियॉन्ड कि भाई मैं काम ही नहीं कर पा रही हूँ, मैं उठ ही नहीं पा रही हूँ, अगेन दिस इज रिलेटेड टू कि वो लड़की अपना खाने पीने का ध्यान नहीं रख रही है। अगर वो सो नाउ फॉर दैट एज आई ऑलरेडी मेंशन्ड, पानी बहुत पीना है, बनाना खाना है, नारियल पानी, लेट मी टेल यू, नारियल पानी इज फैंटास्टिक, इट हैज ऑल द न्यूट्रिशन, पोटेशियम, कैल्शियम, मैग्नीशियम, सारी चीजें हैं जो तुम्हारे मसल्स के क्रैम्प्स को हील करने में तुमको हेल्प करती है। तो इन दोज डेज व्हेन यू विल हैव दीज थिंग्स, it is going to help you. And the other most important thing is that there are exercises of the abdomen. There are certain exercises that can be done and you can take care of your pain. There are specific back exercises. I'm sure abhi to thanks to COVID everybody has become technology friendly. Everybody is going on YouTube and everywhere. So just search ki exercises to be done for menstrual cramps. You will get plenty of exercises. And if you do those exercises, and if you, most important, if you eat and drink and take care of your sleep proper, you need to sleep well, okay? Nowadays, thanks to Facebook and Instagram and all that, in the night also before sleeping, we are not saying good night to our partners and family. We are saying good night to the people on Facebook and Instagram. Good night, good morning, good morning. And this is not good for us. That good morning, I don't know how much good it will do to that other person, but it will definitely not do good to us. So first tell good morning to your own self. India. Yes, yeah, digital India क्या digital world. So we are becoming crazy, and हमको दुनिया भर को गुड मॉर्निंग कहना है, खुद को गुड मॉर्निंग नहीं कहना है। कितने लोग यहाँ पे सुबह एक्सरसाइज करते हैं? कोई नहीं। क्यों? क्योंकि हमको फेसबुक पे गुड मॉर्निंग करना है, व्हाट्सएप पे गुड मॉर्निंग करना है, फिर हमको कितना सारा टाइम चला जाएगा, एक्सरसाइज का तो टाइम ही नहीं बचता है हमारे पास। सो ऑल दीज थिंग्स आर प्लेइंग ऑन आवर बॉडी एंड वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड। हमारी जो ग्रैंड मदर्स और मदर्स थी वो इतना काम करती थी, बेचारों को कौन सा पेन किधर हुआ शायद उनको पता भी नहीं था, और हमको तो जरा जरा कुछ होता है आई हुई हो जाती है हमारी, बिकॉज वी आर सो वीक इन आवर बॉडी। So we need to do corrective measures in our body, right?
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
I think Ketul ma'am was raising her hand for some. Ketul ma'am.
Yeah. Please go ahead, ma'am. Ketul ma'am.
हाँ मैम, मैं वही बोलना चाहती हूँ कि मैं रोज योगा, एक्सरसाइज सब कुछ करती हूँ। तो एक्चुअली थोड़ा और पर्सनल क्वेश्चन है मेरा, मतलब कि फर्टिलिटी और ओवल्यूशन और ये सब के बारे में, मतलब मुझे जानना था कि योगा और ये सब कुछ हम कब तक कर सकते हैं, कि आफ्टर ओवल्यूशन भी हम हार्ड योगा और ये सब कुछ कर सकते हैं?
आप सब कुछ कर सकते हैं। आप पीरियड्स में माउंटेन भी चढ़ सकते हैं, कुछ नहीं होने वाला है आपको। एवरीथिंग यू कैन डू, यू आर अ नॉर्मल ह्यूमन।
मतलब सब लोग बोलते हैं कि फर्स्ट 2-3 दिन हमें मतलब नहीं करना चाहिए, हैवी योगा नहीं करना है, ये नहीं करना है।
देखो, again this is individual based, and let me tell you, if your body is okay with it, कुछ नहीं होगा आपको, कुछ नहीं होगा आपको। आप सब कुछ कर सकते हैं। जब एक प्रेग्नेंट वुमन दुनिया भर का सामान उठा के दुनिया भर का काम कर सकती है, तो ये तो पीरियड है, इसमें तो छोटा सा एग है, कहीं से निकल गया है, उतना छोटा के लिए कितना टेंशन, इतना बवाल काय को मचाने का। वो बेचारी पेट लेके घूम रही है। वी हैव मेड्स जो 8वें महीने में भी झाड़ू पोता कर रही है। तो हम कौन से आसमान से टपके पड़े हैं कि हमको ये सब चीज हम नहीं कर पाएंगे? It's all just a myth. Don't pamper yourself so much. You are an absolutely fine human being. You are not sick. You are in fact healthy. And probably, let me tell you one more thing, in your menstruation, you are in your purest form. You are in your purest form. And because You were going to get infection, you were going to get infected. Your grandparents or your ancestors told you, बाबा इधर मत जाना क्योंकि तेरे को इन्फेक्शन हो जाएगा. क्यों? क्योंकि तू सबसे पवित्र है एंड तू सबसे डेलिकेट फेज में है, तो तुझे प्रोटेक्ट करने के लिए मैंने ये सब किया है, ना कि तुझे अशुद्ध और अपवित्र और ये सब सुनाने के लिए मैंने नहीं किया था ये सारी चीजें. तो हमारे जो पूर्वज थे वो बहुत बुद्धिशाली लोग थे, लेकिन अनफॉर्चुनेटली वो बुद्धि हमारे तक पहुंची ही नहीं और हम बेवकूफ बन गए. So this is what we need to understand. This is a fact, this is a science that needs to be understood.
Okay. So पहले दिन से मैं पीरियड के पहले दिन से भी मैं योगा कर सकती हूँ, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. भाग भी सकती हूँ.
Don't worry, कुछ नहीं होगा आपको.
ओके फाइन, थैंक यू.
अगर कुछ होता भी है तो तुम्हारा बॉडी तुमको बोलेगा कि बस करो केतल बेन, मारा पर रहम करो, હું નહીં કરવાનો, તો પછી તમારે શાંત થઈ જવાનું. બોડીને સાંભળો, તમારા બોડીને તમારે સાંભળવાનું છે, because your body talks to you. Your body talks to you and you need to listen. हमारे पास तो वो भी टाइम नहीं है. बॉडी को सुनते कहाँ है हम? वो बोल रहा है बेचारा चिल्ला चिल्ला के कि बाबा देख मेरी तरफ, लेकिन नहीं, हमको तो फेसबुक और इंस्टाग्राम ही देखना है और तो कुछ देखना ही नहीं हमने. So yeah, okay.
Okay, ma'am, one more question we are having, that like nowadays that many of my friends are having like irregularity of periods, right? Some of them are having like a delay of periods, right? They are getting after 2 or 3 months, and some of like one of my friend is getting periods after every 15 days. So like what causes it?
Okay, so now let me tell you normally क्या होना चाहिए कि 21 days to 36 days कहीं पे भी पीरियड आता है तो ठीक है, मतलब 3 वीक में भी किसी को पीरियड आ सकता है और किसी को 1.5 month तक भी नहीं आएगा तो भी ठीक है, ये ऑल नॉर्मल है. लेकिन अगर आपको 15-15 दिन में पीरियड आता है तो फिर डेफिनेटली देयर इज अ प्रॉब्लम इन योर बॉडी, बिकॉज ऑफ विच यू नीड टू मीट द डॉक्टर. ओके, एंड अगर 2 महीने तक नहीं आया, 3 महीने तक नहीं आया तो फिर डेफिनेटली देयर इज समथिंग दैट नीड्स टू बी वरीड अबाउट एंड यू नीड टू कंसल्ट अ डॉक्टर एंड टॉक टू देम कि बाबा ये क्यों नहीं हो रहा है. कुछ हो सकता है कि देयर आर सम हार्मोनल इरेगुलरिटीज व्हिच नीड टू बी टेकन केयर ऑफ, तो उसके लिए वी नीड सम प्रॉपर गाइडेंस. बट अगर 21 दिन मतलब 3 हफ्ते से 1.5 महीने तक कहीं पे भी किसी को 3 हफ्ते में पीरियड आ जाता है, किसी को 1.5 महीने तक पीरियड नहीं आता है तो भी इट इज ओके. मतलब और लेकिन उससे बियॉन्ड अगर कुछ है तो देन यू नीड सम मेडिकल हेल्प.
Like we answered all the questions, right? So like we can move towards the end of the session, right? So I hope you all are satisfied with the answers. So first of all, I would like to thank Dr. Amisha Mehta, like who came up with the idea of Red Revolution. Thank you very much, ma'am, for this idea of Red Revolution, and as a part of that, being here today and educate us on this very important topic. Thank you very much, ma'am. It's a pleasure to be with you here.
Thank you so much for inviting.
Yes, ma'am. It's our pleasure. Also, I extend my gratitude to Dr. Basavaraj Patil for giving us this opportunity and allow us to discuss such a topic like this kind of topic on like live session. So I'm thankful to Dr. Basavaraj Patil, Director of Lakshmi Institute of Technology. I would also like to thank all these beautiful ladies for like being part of this session, and also all my colleagues for their enormous cooperation. And last but not the least, like all the audience for being part of this webinar and making this webinar successful. So thank you very much, all the audiences, all the ladies, Amisha ma'am, once again, thank you very much. So I'm Kavita Joshi signing off. It's been pleasure being with you all today. Thank you very much. Stay safe and have a great day. And all the beautiful ladies out there, don't hesitate and enjoy your womanhood. Thank you very much.